Hey, how's it going, Denture family? Here with Daddy Dentures today. I'm gonna talk about some cushion grip today. So, well, before I talk about that, let's see. So I went to the dentist a couple of days ago to get my reline, and let me talk about that real quick. So, it's not really what it appears to be. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the top denture. It holds up pretty good. This is what, I don't know if you can see it, what it looks like, kind of. So, when the first doctor, my original dentist that takes out your teeth, which from the beginning I never really had to see her because I was getting my teeth pulled. I don't really like her because I don't think that she is professional when it comes to dentures. She's probably more working on teeth than dentures. So she has her helpers that help her do all this stuff, and she needs to honestly just stay out the way and let them do their job. Keep on helping her, because she tried to help me the other day. So I was telling you I called about my appointment in April, and a lot of appointments are being canceled, so they had me come in early for my reline. And now I was telling her about my tongue. I thought I had thrush on my tongue, and she said I didn't have thrush on my tongue, that she wiped it. She said if it was thrush, it would come off. I did a lot of reading and study on it, and thrush doesn't wipe off. So she didn't really ascribe me any oral mouth rinse. That's what I was hoping she would give me. But you can't really get prescribed anything if your doctor don't believe that you have something that is a good possibility that you do. So right there, I don't think she's too educated on certain things. So I can't really go to a primary doctor because I don't have insurance for a primary doctor, and it's too much money to go to a emergency room to get them to prescribe me anything, especially with all this stuff going on. I'm trying to stay out of the hospitals. So I've been just rinsing my mouth out with salt water, and I've been spraying my mouth with oral septic mouth spray, and it helps because at nighttime when I'm sleeping, my tongue gets really dry, and that is common cause of mild thrush. There's other words for it too. Candidae, they call it Candidae, thrush, and other things. It could be other reasons why I have that, probably because eating soft foods and stuff like that will turn your tongue white, and I do smash up food with my tongue a lot, so some of the food could get trapped in my tongue, which might have caused it. So I've had that about maybe almost 5 days now, and it's starting to heal up a little bit. I'll rinse my mouth out with salt water, peroxide. I bought toothpaste that has baking soda in it, and so like it's starting to not as hurt as much. It's starting to heal up a little bit, but it's still there, and it can probably be there for 2 weeks. So I don't think she's too educated on certain things, and honestly I don't think when it comes to dentures she knows what she's doing. So I do like the manufacturer who made my dentures. So the laboratory who made my dentures did an awesome job on making them. I do have a off bite. When I bite down a little bit, they are offset a little bit, which sometimes hurts my jaw when I chew a little bit. But it's really nothing they can do about that other than shave down my teeth. Or I don't want them to keep shaving down my teeth, or I'm not going to have teeth at all. So I'm just going to have to kind of like, it doesn't hurt extremely as bad. It is a little bit noticeable for me, but it's nothing that I probably can't handle for the next couple months. So now, with all that said and done, with the reline that they use, so when she first came and see me, she tried to do my reline. So she like took my dentures, asked me do I have any sore spots before she did it, and she left. She came back maybe 5 minutes later. She like literally ran into the room, shoved it in my bottom mouth, my bottom denture, and shoved the top one of my top denture and told me to bite down. Bite down for like 5 minutes or something, 3-4 minutes. So she left. Okay, now she never came back to the room. Her assistant did. The guy who I thought was Russian. I guess he's not Russian. I guess he's Hispanic. which is kind of odd. For some reason I thought he was Russian. And so when he took out my bottom denture, he looked at it, and then when he took out my top denture, he realized that she didn't even put enough stuff in the top of it for it to even cover the top, the whole thing. And he had to rip it all out. And I told him, I said, man, she should let you do it the first time, let the professionals deal with it. He would have had it done right the first time. He agreed with me that she should have just let him do what he always does, because that's his job in the facility. You know what I'm saying? She's a dentist. She doesn't, this is not what she does. She takes care of people who actually have teeth to drill on. So I don't know why she was even trying to do something that she wasn't even good at. I don't even know why she was trying to rush me, because there was nobody really there, because they had only a couple people there in the facility. It wasn't that busy due to the coronavirus. So I feel really rushed when she's in the room. She like rushes me a lot, tries to talk, hurry up and get out and do other things and let her assistants help. So I don't really like her for that. But anyways, so I'm not really going to mention her name or anything like that, because I don't want to actually give out my exact location of where I do my videos and actually where I go, my exact locations. A lot of people probably know the vicinity I live in. Y'all know I all live in Tampa, but I don't want to give the whole world my exact pinpoint. You know what I'm saying? Make it a little bit harder for them to actually look for me if they had to. Anyway, so the guy had to rip out the top layer, and he redid it. Alright, now, what I don't like about the dentist reline is that I believe it's the same stuff that you buy at Walmart, the reline kit. It smells like a salon, so when they put it in your mouth, it smells really bad. And the top plate had that fingernail polish remover taste for a couple of days, so I brushed it, soaked it, put it in some baking soda, try to get the taste out. It kind of went away, but now the bottom, it still tasted like salon like the next couple of days. But what I did the next day, I actually took out my bottom denture, because she did a poor job on it, and when he was sanding it down, he ripped off part of the part that I wanted him to keep on, and he did a horrible job trying to cut it. So like, he does a good job when he's like putting things in your mouth to mold it, but when it comes for him sanding things down to a perfect fit to fit your mouth, he doesn't do a great job. So they always do like a halfway job, and you always have to go home and perfect it yourself. So just let the dentist do what they do, and y'all gonna have to learn to get you a dermal and do it yourself, because if you allow the dentist office to do it and you don't do it yourself, you're gonna have a hard time most likely trying to wear dentures. Because if it wasn't for me taking my dentures out and sanding them down where I know that they hurt and sanding them down to my liking, I would not be able to wear these half the time. So now let's get back to cushion grip. So what I did leave the reline that he did in the top, because when he did the top, he did a good job at it, except for shaving it down. So when I took out the top, so what I did, I went to Walmart and I bought a razor blade. So I shaved down on the top. I'm gonna show you. So right here at the brim of it, I shaved it down. I took a razor blade and I shaved it all the way down and made it real smooth. Okay, now like when they first put that in, the first 24 hours to a couple of days, it is really hard to sand down. But after like 48 hours, the third day, it starts to get hard. Even though it's still soft, it actually gets hard enough where you can take a sander and then you can actually smooth it down. Because if you try to shave it on the first day, it's not going to work. It's going to be rubbery. It's going to give you a hard time. You actually have to let the stuff sit a couple days, like 3 days, and it actually gets harder. And then you can sand down the top of it and make it smooth so it doesn't jab into your gum. Because when he was shaving it with his sanders, he shaved it and it just had a bunch of unsmooth finishes at the top of it. And he didn't even do a really good job at it. So I had to go out and buy a razor blade and trim it down perfectly to the whole thing, and then a couple of days later I was able to shave down to smooth it out in the fronts and stuff like that from it jabbing in my lip. Now I'm going to talk about cushion grip. So I gave cushion grip a second try, and I can say that I like it this time. Now, because what I did, I ripped out the bottom liner that they did, because not only did they did a horrible job, and when he was cutting it, he messed it up, and he didn't want to, I guess, redo the whole thing over after I complained about it. So I just figured I'd go home, and I also had the cushion grip. I was just tried on that since the top looked really good. You know, I was, So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I did. So after taking out what they had, I ripped out everything they had, and I took acetone and put acetone in there and rinsed it all out and got all the stuff that they put in there out. And this is a cushion grip. See where the flaps come down? So what I did, I put this stuff in there. I rolled it up and pushed it, and then push it up there with my tongue, and I made that little flat part where it goes down, and it stays in my mouth a lot better, and food doesn't really get underneath there as much. So I did it one day, and then what I did the next day, I took more cushion grip the next day and put it down in there and layered it up. That's where you see it kind of looks like it's a little bit thicker, it's a little bit overlay, and I kind of did it like that. So that's my second time actually using cushion grip. And I tried it out this way, so within a couple of days, I guess a week, when I rip it out, I'll redo it, and then I'll be able to perfect it a little bit better, where it's not so thick. So the cushion grip is really comfortable. It's kind of like bubble gum. Like when you chew on bubble gum, it has that bubble gum texture that when you chew bubble gum, that bubblegum texture in your mouth. So it's like, like when you chew on bubblegum and all the flavor of the bubblegum's out, and it has that non-flavor bubblegum taste. That's what cushion grip tastes like in your mouth. It feels like bubblegum on your lips, on your gums. Now, when I first put the cushion grip in there, it burned. It irritated. I didn't know it was supposed to burn. Now, I didn't know how to apply it. It just doesn't tell you when you put it in there. It doesn't tell you how long to leave it in your mouth or anything like that. So I actually tried to contact the lady who does the cushion grip stuff. I guess she has a Facebook page, and it's a personal cushion grip page that she does. And I contacted her, and she never responded to me. That was Saturday, and it is Monday now. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So within 3 days, she still hasn't got back to me for a response. So if the lady who watches this does the cushion grip, I try to contact you. 3 days later, no response. So I looked on Google, and I did find something that says when you put it in your mouth, let it sit for 15 minutes. So I stuck it in after putting it in there, I let it sit in there for like 4 minutes before I stuck it in my mouth. I put it in my mouth, and I left it in there about 15 minutes, and I took it out, and then I kind of like fixed it up a little bit, and then I stuck it, like smashed it up how I wanted it, and now when you stretch it, it starts to fall off. So where there's places that it doesn't go on there, like right here to get it stick to your denture right here, like on the end sometimes it will not stick sometimes, and when you pull on it and to get it off, instead of heating it up, so what I did, I took a lighter. So I took a lighter and I stuck a lighter close to it. I stuck a lighter close as I can to it to heat it up, and then I smashed it on my denture and patted it down, and then it stuck to my denture. So any spots that you need to stick to your denture, just take a lighter, light it up, stick it close as you can to the cushion grip, let it heat up with a lighter, and smash it with your finger to the cushion grip, and smash it on there, and it will heat up, and it will stick to your cushion. It will stick to your denture. So that's what I did to get the denture. And like the next day, I layered more cushion grip over cushion grip that was there, and it seemed to work. And it turns really orange at first, and then like maybe within like so after after having it in my mouth, I had it in my mouth most of the day, 30 minutes to an hour, and then I ended up taking it out and then washing it, putting it in a thing, and took it out for the day. When I stuck it in the next day, it went in kind of tight, and then like over time it loosened up. So it was like super really tight. But So with all said and done, after having it in my mouth kind of tight, so now with it being real tight in your mouth and everything, the top is tight and the bottom is tight, I haven't even put glue in there. Even though it pops out, like, it doesn't even really matter, because as long as it feels good in there, I can work with it like that. So within 24 hours, the next day I wore it all day long, and when I got home I had like a really bad headache. I don't know if it's because my dentures were really tight and me chewing on it is a little bit different, but it gave me I had a really super bad headache the next day. I felt like I was a little confused, and I couldn't see. All I wanted to do was close my eyes. So I ended up taking my dentures out and went to bed, and I woke up the next day, felt good. So that's pretty much that. So now the Reline is way better than ill-fitting denture. Denture that's super loose. I couldn't really eat for like the first like a month. It was hard to eat anything. Like the first couple weeks you can eat because your dentures are good, but once your gums get loose, it's harder to eat. So I lost like 15 pounds. So I was like 150, and I'm a little bit over 135. So technically I probably lost about 13-14 pounds, and within 6 weeks. And losing weight, I start to kind of feel like my immune system's dropping. I kind of feel a little bit tired. Might be a reason why I might have caught mild thrush. A lot of times they say when you catch thrush is because your immune system's compromised, and it might be the reason why I caught that. Because not really often adults catch thrush. It's only like in babies and stuff like that. So anytime you catch thrush, there's reasons. You might have cancer, you might have HIV, you might have a low immune system, food might be stuck in your tongue. There's a lot of reasons why people catch it at an older age. So most likely me losing all the weight, my immune system probably dropping, and me smashing up food might be in my tongue a lot, might be the reason why I caught that. So now let me get back to tight dentures. Now when your dentures are super tight, I can eat chips. I have ate food. So last couple of days I ate more food in the last couple of days I've have ate in 6 weeks. Today my wife's going out to buy steak. So I'm gonna try to eat steak. Like my boss bought a sausage biscuit. Like even though I have to tear it in little pieces, I'm able to chew biscuit, eat meat. I'm able to chew on chips, bananas, pasta, chicken, you name it. I can put it with the cushion grip at the bottom and my top denture being solid tight. I'm able to eat food I was not able to eat before. So I'm really super excited now because of that. So if you're having a hard time eating or can't eat in the first 4 or 5 weeks and you don't have a reline yet, that's the reason why, because your denture is so loose that you can't eat and you don't want to eat, and then that you have to put in all this glue, you have to put in all this stuff. So in the last couple of days I don't even have to use the C-bond strips no more. So I don't use C-bond strips in my top mouth no more because I don't need them, because it fits tight. I don't need that stuff. My bottom gum right now, it fits really good. It fits pretty snug, but it's still loose because it's not glued down. So, but I don't even really put glue in. I haven't put glue in the last couple of days. I just go like this, you know. So it only pops out like when you try to scream, yell, or talk a lot, or talk really fast. It kind of makes you gives you a hard time talking. Other than that, 6 weeks, I don't really know exactly how many days it is. I'll probably look it up and put it in the description below what day this is. I believe it's like 30 days, 1 week, and like so many days. So something like that. You start losing track. So within 1 month, you're able to speak a lot better. You're able to chew things. I don't have like any technique of chewing. I stick it in my mouth and I chew like an animal. You know, I just start grinding stuff up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've seen people on videos saying that they come up with technique. They chew like that. I don't try to practice a new technique. I just let it chew naturally. However you put your dentures in there, I started chewing naturally. If I grind it like that, that's how I chew now. I didn't try any new technique. I just started chewing food and let my on my own my video cut off. My wife called me on Facebook and it cut my video off. So anyways, back to my point where I just let myself chew naturally. So she is buying some steak today, and I'm gonna chew up some steak and see if I can actually eat steak. Other than that, thank you so much for the cushion grip. The cushion grip works really great right now, so I'm extremely satisfied with cushion grip. When I first tried it, it was an epic fail because I put it in too early and my gums wasn't completely healed. My gums are not even completely healed now, but the cushion grip works better. So let me go ahead and show you an update of my gums of actually what they look like. So I had to turn the camera upside down for that, but hopefully you can kind of see what your gums will look like. Even though it kind of molded the holes, the only thing I'm kind of worried about where I molded the holes at when I put it in, it's going to take a little bit longer for it to heal up. But I take them at night time, so hopefully the holes heal up, and that's it. So that works pretty good. And the cool thing is, now when you have it tight like that, you can just take them out of your mouth, rinse them off, put them back in, and eat. Once you get done eating, you can take them right out, rinse them off, put them back in your mouth. You ain't gotta worry about gluing them back in, and it's not really a hassle. When I wake up in the morning, I brush them with dish soap now. I clean them with dish soap, the regular brush and white, and I still soak them in peroxide, and then I slap them right in. No gluing, nothing, or anything like that. So it does help me out a lot, extremely much better. Alright, well, I'm going to end this video because my wife keeps calling in and I'm going to see what she wants. So I hope this video has helped y'all out. So this is what it's going to look like, and about 5 weeks from now, this is the process that I'm at, the stage I'm at. So within 5 weeks after you get in your reline, either you do it yourself or you have your dentist do it, it's going to be a lot better. You're going to eat a lot better, trust me. Alright, everything going pretty good from there. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please like and subscribe and comment. Thank y'all so much, and y'all have a great day. God bless and be safe.